Brewster, Kansas, was established in August 1888 in Thomas County as a station on the Chicago, Rock Island and Pacific Railroad, 2 miles south of the declining town of Hastings. The site was platted and named in honor of Robert Brewster, a railroad foreman who supervised track laying through the area. Businesses and residents from Hastings quickly relocated, setting up in tents and sod houses. By late 1888, the town boasted about 80 inhabitants, a lumber company, general merchandise stores, and a restaurant. The post office transferred from Hastings on September 17, 1888, solidifying Brewster's role as a shipping point between Colby and Goodland. A school district formed soon after, with classes starting in January 1889. Early growth and businesses, 1900 to 1910. Entering the 20th century, Brewster expanded with key establishments like the permanent Brewster State Bank in 1905, after an earlier version moved from another town in 1889, and the Golden Belt Hotel in 1906. A blacksmith shop opened in 1905, serving farmers, while implement stores and real estate offices catered to the agrarian economy. By 1910, the population reached 200, supporting 3 general stores, a hardware outlet, meat market, bank, livery stable, hotel, and a weekly newspaper called The Hustler. The town became a hub for local trade, with the Rock Island Hotel evolving into the Petty Hotel and later the Avenue Hotel. Incorporation and prosperity, 1920 to 1930. Brewster incorporated as a second-class city in 1920, enabling infrastructure improvements like power lines to Colby. The 1920s saw cultural additions, including silent movies in local halls and the opening of the Liberty Theater in 1925 by Charlie Mallory, which later added sound equipment. However, a devastating fire in 1927 razed several Main Street buildings, including a meat market, pool hall, and hotel, prompting quick brick rebuilds in Art Deco style. Population peaked at 487 in 1930, with new waterworks completed that year and a sewer system in 1931, marking the town's height as a vibrant rural center. Mid-century challenges and adaptations, 1930 to 1960. The Great Depression and Dust Bowl eras brought economic strains, leading to bank consolidations like the 1936 merger of Brewster State Bank with Thomas County National Bank. The Liberty Theater closed briefly in the 1930s but reopened in 1944, operating until 1957 amid shifting entertainment trends. Post-World War II, cafes and groceries like the Red and White evolved, while cooperatives acquired hardware and filling stations for community use. Population declined to 317 by 1960, reflecting broader rural depopulation, though businesses like auto parts and insurance offices sustained the town through sales and relocations. Contemporary preservation and community, 1960. Present since the 1960s, Brewster has focused on heritage and diversification, with the 1988 centennial featuring a walking tour of historic Main Street sites developed by the Brewster Heritage Center. Modern staples include the IGA Grocery, opened 1981, Horney's Century Hardware, 1974, and tire shops, alongside the senior center in a former drugstore. The population stabilized around 291 by 2020, supported by farming co-ops and the Prairie Museum of Art and History. Today, the town honors its railroad roots with markers and maintains a close-knit identity, adapting old buildings for new uses like museums and cafes.